Hello everyone, welcome to this session. So today we are going to talk about creating an API by using TensorFlow model. So already I have created a TensorFlow model. In my my last video, I have created a TensorFlow model by using a fashion minisearch data set. So in that video, I have shown how to create a neural network using the data set. Also in the end of this end of the video, I created, I saved that model into JSON file. So in case if you don't watch those videos, please go and watch it. So this is the video just I'm referring here. So creating a model in artificial neural network using fashion minisearch data set. So I have strongly recommended please go and watch this video in case if you don't have any knowledge to how to save a TensorFlow model in a JSON format. Okay, let's get into the business. Let's create a Flask API using the existing model. So this is the model I am talking about. So I have saved this model in one of the folder. If you see here, we have a model has got saved into JSON format. Also the weight also I have stored that weight in the H5 format. So I am going to use this saved model to create a Flask API. Okay, I'll show you how to do that in very easy way. By using the Flask API library, we can accomplish these features very easily. We can very easily call and create an API by using an existing model, so we can inference that data by using this API. If you see here in this folder I have the model, and another folder I have an image. So we are going to predict these images by using an API. I'll show you how to do that. So now we are in a Jupyter notebook. So we have added the prerequisite library which we needed to create a API. If you see here, I have import library import OS. So this is mainly used for to call a image from a folder. So in order to call an path, we have to use this OS library. So next one is request. This is mainly for an HTTP request. So we are going to call an API. So for that we have to import this library. And next one is a NumPy. So next I have imported TensorFlow. This is mainly for to load the existing TensorFlow model. And the next one is an image read. So if you want to read the image or you want to save the image, you have to use this library. And then sixth one is here I am just using the importing data set like fashion miniset from the Keras model. And then last one is a Flask. So we are going to use, by using this library, we are going to create an API. I believe these are all the main library which is required to create a Flask API. Okay, the next I am going to add some of the codes to create an API. So next section is we are going to load the pre-trained model. So I am going to execute this cell. Just got executed. Still it's running. And then the next one is so here I pasted the code like I'm loading the pre-trained model. It is in the folder fashion model folder. This is the JSON file for that model. So I'm going to read this model first. Okay, now it's got loaded, and then again we are going to load the weight. Again it's saved in the same folder fashion model h5. So I am going to save this model into this model variable. Okay, now I think now we have loaded the existing model. So next one is we are going to define the Flask library. For that we have to call this code. This is a Flask. We're calling the class name Flask, and this is the common argument which we need to pass in the Flask class. Okay, I'm going to execute this one. Okay, it's got executed successfully without any error. Okay, now we have if you see here, we have loaded the pre-trained model into this model variable, and then also we have initiate the Flask class. So next thing is we need to define a method or define a function to call a model, and then we are going to predict that model, and then we need to return output. So for that we need to create one function. Let us do that. Okay, now I have added one function. The function name is a classify image. So here I have mentioned the upload directory is image folder. In this folder we have 5 different types of images, and then this is the classes. Actually the model has to be able to predict this kind of different classes from the input. And then next one is a prediction. So I am going to load the model and predict, and then we are reshaping the input image to 2828 because the fashion mini set that image size is 28 or 28 pixel. So if you load any images, first we need to reshape into this default one, and then we need to load into the model. Then only the model will predict that output. Okay, so now we have defined the method. Now I'm going to execute this one. Okay, now we got executed. Now we are going to predict the pre-trained model. So for that, classify image, I have called the same function name, and then I'm passing a file name is 2.png. Let us execute. Okay, now we got an output. The output is showing us trouser. Okay, so the 2.png image has predicted as a trouser. So the model has predicted that 2.png is a trouser. Let us see that image. Okay, see, if we see a 2.png is a trouser. Next we'll try 0.png. Right, let's try to give input as 0. Okay. Okay, now if we got the output is ankle boot. Again, that it's got exactly matched with that image. 0.png is an ankle boot. Now we have created a method. So we have used existing model. By using the existing model, we have predicted the output. So now we have to define a API method to call this function. For that, we have to add some additional code into the existing method. I will show you what are the codes which we need to add. So in the existing method, we have to add some additional code. So we are going to define this method as app route API. This is a method name, and then this is the string image which we need to post. The method is a post one, and then we have to return this as a JSON output. Okay, for that we need to return. So I'm going to comment this one. I'm going to add return code. So return JSON file object identified as a class. So what we will do now, we have added this app route, and then we have written as a JSON format output. So if we are going to call this function, this function will act as a API method. Okay, and the next one we are going to start the app flask variable. For that we have to add one additional code, app.run, and then port is whatever this is, you have to user define the number. If you want to change this port number, you could able to do it. And then now I have defined as in 5000 as a port number. Debug equal to false. So I am going to execute this one. Okay, now we got, see, now the API is got created. Also the API is running now. So if you call this this URL by adding this URL with this method name, just you have to pass the image name, you can return as a JSON output. This is very simple way we need to create an Flask API by using an existing pre-trained TensorFlow model. In case if you have any doubts or any comments, please post it into the comment section. So I will reply as soon as possible. Please don't forget to subscribe this channel. I'll see you in the next video. See you there.